Hello my friends! Welcome to Haein Yoga. In this session, we will be practicing yoga for spine. This is an O-level, fun and dynamic Vinyasa sequence which includes dynamic twists and other spinal moves with an intention to bring more fluidity in our spine, supported by the strength in the back and stability in the core. An element I would like to invite for our practice today is an animal within you. Many yoga asanas were inspired from nature and animals. According to the 6 realms of Samsara found in Hinduism and Buddhism, human realm is situated between the animal and the divine. Many spiritual traditions as well as tribal religions refers to human as half god and half animal. Through this spine, this backbone that holds your body and spirit, connect with your instinct, the native to this body and to this planet Earth. Okay, shall we? Let's start in table position. So coming out of 4, have your shoulders underneath your, not underneath, right on top of your hands. And have your knees a little wider than your hip wide distance. And from here, let's have the right hand in the middle and bring your left arm up. And as you do that, allow your hips to swing to the left side so that you have that full range of openness. And bring it down, swing it down, and opening again. Let's repeat this a few more times. Try to keep the weight on your right hand, meaning that your body is not going backward. Feel that constant pressure against your right hand. And exhale, bring it down 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. This time, continue that left arm behind your right arm to reach with your shoulder on the floor. Quite small space here. So now let me put the other way around so that you can see. So you are now, have your left shoulder on the floor and your right hand underneath your elbows. Position your right arm in a way that you can really push well and your hips stay on top of your knees. So both arms are pushing against the floor, wherever they touch the ground, to open the chest to your right side. Now slide your left arm a little farther away from you. And if you can let go of your right hand, then let go and reach up to the ceiling so that you're mainly using your left arm to really push down. If this is too strenuous, then keep your right hand on the floor. Try not to swing the hips too much to your right side. Try to be in the center. And bind that right hand behind your back, reaching to the inside of your left thigh. Once you hold, roll the right shoulder back a little further. As your chest opens, follow with the head. You may be able to look up to the ceiling, but make sure it feels aligned, not head moving faster than the rest of the body. And slowly release, coming back to table pose with your knees wider than hip wide distance. Just wiggle your spine a little bit. It's a pretty deep upper body spinal twist. Let's continue with the other arm. Left hand this time on the center, right arm open. Swing the hips to your right side and coming down. Repeat this 5 times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And the last one, inhale. Ooh, and exhale, thread. Right arm behind your left arm. Sliding your bottom arm a little further away from you. Pressing your right arm against the floor. If you feel you can let go of your left hand, then you let go and reach up. So it's a very active spinal twist. And eventually let's have the left arm going behind and binding through the inside by holding the inside of your right thigh. Try to keep the hips in the center. Feel the weight on your knees, not all down to your shoulder in the head. Once you hold that thigh, roll that left shoulder back. Let the head follow the chest. And slowly coming back to the center. Hands on the floor, back to tabletop. And wiggle your spine. Whoa. Let's come to chair position. Just a couple of breaths here before we continue this with a little bit more dynamic twist. Just one more breath. Open your shoulders so that we really activate the back. With next inhalation, let's come up. And as you exhale, bend your knees coming into chair position, and your arms will swing front and back to open the chest to one side. Coming up, straighten your knees, arms reaching up. Bend your knees, open the chest to the other side, and swing the arms front and back. As you inhale, coming up, bend the knee, chest open. Let one of the arms be in the front and the other arm in the back. And coming up, exhale, the other side. And inhale, coming up. Exhale, look back. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Hug the legs into the center line. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, beautiful. Bend your knees and release your arms. Hold on to your elbows and drop your head. One breath here. Then let's come to high lunge. Have your right leg back. Keep your back heel off the floor and coming into all the way up. And we're going to repeat the same movement with the arms. As you inhale, you straighten both knees, and exhale, bend the front knee and open the arms to the side. Open the chest to one side, come up, straighten the front knee, exhale, bend the front knee, open the chest to the other side, and up, exhale. Inhale. So this is a little bit more challenging for the balance. Exhale, hug the legs into the center line. You don't need to change the gaze to the back. You can keep look forward. That could make this much easier in terms of balancing. Eventually, once you feel comfortable with the movement, then you can turn the gaze. Okay, just one more. And coming up. Bend the front knee, hands on the floor, downward facing dog. Let's bring the right foot forward, high lunge on the other side. Make sure your legs are not in the same line. That's going to be quite difficult to balance. Inhale, straighten your front knee, and exhale. Bend the front knee, open the chest to one side, let the arm follow. Inhale, straighten the knee, arms up. Exhale, to the other side. There is obviously an easier side and a little more difficult side, right? There's the one that is really twisting, that takes a little more force. But that's also where the treasures are. Let's continue. Few more time. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Inhale one last time. Exhale. And inhale, coming up. Beautiful. Hands on the floor. Downward facing dog. Okay. We're going to continue with low lunge. Let's have the left foot forward between your hands. This time place your back knee on the floor. Bring your arms up. Let's have the hands in the prayer position. Now, press your hands against each other. Align your forearm in one straight line. Press them against each other. Chin to the chest. Bring your shoulder blades as far away as possible. It's a bit like you're doing cat, rounding your back as much as you can. And as you inhale, open your arm. Keep your elbows around the similar level as your shoulder. Pull the elbows back. Lift up the chin, but do not drop the head. Pull the low part of the abdomen in to protect your back. Exhale. Press your front foot against the floor. Keep that knee bent. Round your back. Tuck the tailbone in. Inhale. Drop the hips. Pull the belly in. Lift up the chest. Elbows back. And exhale. One more time. Rounding in. Tucking the tailbone in. Inhale. Open and lift. Keep the lock in the lower part of the abdomen. And exhale, coming to the front. Inhale, swing your arms up. And a gentle back bend. Exhale. Hands on the floor. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale here. Next inhalation. Right foot forward. Low lunge. Arms up. And find your hands in a prayer position. And again, pressing in your foot, your knee. Tuck the tailbone in, shoulder blades away from each other. Round your back and inhale. Lift up the chest. Pull the elbows back. Squeeze the legs into the center line. Exhale, pulling in, containing in, bringing in. And inhale, lift up and open. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Swing your arms to the front and all the way up. Finish with a little back bend. Hug the legs into the center. And exhale, release. Hands on the floor. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale here. Okay, with next breath, let's come back down to tabletop. So you have an option here. I'm going to ask you to bring your right arm to the front and left leg back, and we're going to just hold this for a couple of breaths. You have an option to do this in table pose or in plank pose. So this is really about toning your back and your front as well around your spine. So choose your option, either plank or tabletop. Let's start with the right arm up, and left leg up. Just a couple of breaths. And release. Change. Couple of breaths. And change. meeting your tabletop. Arch your back and round your back. Walk your hands forward while keeping your hips on top of your knees. Drop your chest and let's stay on the fingertips. You may have your forehead on the floor or chin on the floor, but try not to keep too much weight on the head, as that could bring quite a lot of weight on your neck. Where you want to have the weight is really through the chest. Think of bringing the chest, opening your chest, pouring from your chest to the floor. By staying on your fingertips, you are engaging your shoulders and your arms and your upper back. Okay, and slowly bring your hips down, coming into child pose. We have just one more pose left, a rabbit pose. Lift up your head, keep your knees hip-wide distance. Interlock your fingers behind your back. And let's have the forehead on the floor. And roll to the top of your head, not further, just to the top of the head. And then bring your arms away from your hips. Resist with the top of the head against the floor so that your head is not in a constant rolling. That could be quite too strong stretch for your neck. So press against the floor with the top of your head. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Roll the upper arms in. And slowly release. Let's stay in child pose. And finishing here with a couple of breaths. Thank you everyone for joining me on this video. A question I want to leave you today is what's your relationship with the native within you? The part of you who feels at home in this body and on this earth. The part of you who know their right to exist and their responsibility to caretake this body and the land they live on. Comment below. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for weekly yoga practice. I wish you a beautiful day and see you next week. Keep shine on!